Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Brings it down on the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's brought down, but he's got him in. First and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He wants to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. He's looking downfield to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Field goal is good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. Touchdown, Rams! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here today.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Utah State up-tempo. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. The hand to the running back. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility, just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Hand off from the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Utah State up-tempo. Back to the ground with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Touchdown, Colorado State. And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to beat the DT. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After misfiring, it's second down. The aerial assault continues. Fires to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. They'll immediately call timeout. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, they'll take to the air. Connection to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Rams headed quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Rams look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first. Touchdown, Colorado State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
The Rams will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Colorado State. And the route is on.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arizona looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, it's been one pothole after another. They're trailing by 24 to Colorado. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of...
Got a lot of running room. At the 30, gives him the big stiff arm. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. And the stomping has commenced.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Finds his back in the middle. And sure. There to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. He'll start this drive firing. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Holds and fires complete to the right. What a cut. Now he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Still on his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy and let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then find...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the timing just a hair off.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. The Rams trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Colorado State! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Utah State, 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Movement on the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Black. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Hauls it in. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's right on target. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.